Hi, this is Steve with the Triangle 5-1 Ranch. If you've been following my videos, you'll remember Ember, who is a thoroughbred filly that turns 2 in May of this year. I've been preparing her to start under saddle in late spring or early summer. In this video, we'll continue her groundwork by exposing her to a plastic poncho. I honestly have not done this with her before. From her reactions, you can't tell this. She handles all these exercises quite like an old hand. I've done a lot of prep work though. I showed how I did this prep work in the video, How to Sack Out a Horse, linked in the comments. I went through all the exercises shown in that video a number of times before this one. I would like to think that helped her handle the poncho as well as she did. Every horse is different. So if you try these exercises, use common sense and keep the safety of you and the horse in mind. The reason I do these groundwork exercises is that we want to expose our horses to progressively more challenging situations that help us build trust and establish leadership. I never want to actually scare my horse, just show her that when things start to look scary, she can rely on me to get her through it. She can come out on the other side by remaining calm and following my directions. If you find yourself getting scared or frustrated, just remember to breathe. As you can see, I started out with a quick review of the flag. I always try and start the session with something the horse knows and is familiar with. This tells the horse where I am, and it tells me where the horse is. I then move on to the poncho. I start with it folded up small so that it is not as intimidating. When I hold it out for her to sniff, I hold it in such a way that she needs to turn her head sideways to sniff it. That way, if she decides to bolt from it, she doesn't pull directly back and I can stay in control a little bit better. After I'm sure she is ready for it, I unfold it a little more and start over. I threw it on the ground just to see if she could handle it. As I progress along, I start unfolding the poncho more and more. I can't see that she is particularly bothered by it. She is following things with her ears, so she is not completely dead. want to make sure that she is not just frozen in place, afraid to move. So I start positioning the poncho so that it is stable on her back so that when she starts walking, it doesn't just fall off. Remember that until you are absolutely sure the horse can handle what you're doing, don't put it in a situation where you can't give it release. I ask her to move a few steps, then ask her to disengage her hind end. Then I remove the tarp, giving her release before she tries to do something else. Remember, this is still pressure and release, only I want to remove the pressure before there is any reaction, teaching her to ignore this particular pressure and not be bothered. Remember to work from both sides of the horse. The next objective is to get her walking across the poncho. A danger of the poncho that you wouldn't have with a tarp is that there is a head hole and hood that could easily get caught on the horse's foot. If this were to happen right in the beginning, there would be a struggle to get the poncho loose again, breaking my rule regarding being able to give her release. I'm very careful that she does not go near this part of the poncho. In fact, the first thing I ask is for her to walk across the corner of the poncho. Some of you more experienced viewers may be thinking she'll just jump across the corner, not walking across it. That is okay in the beginning. It is an escape I could live with. Ember doesn't do this though. She does step across it, not actually walking on it. I do get her to step across it after the first try. After she walks across the corner a few times, I go ahead and ask her to cross the whole poncho, being careful to guide her away from the hood and the head hole. This could be viewed as preparation for trailer loading. Progressing along, I decide to see how she does dragging the tarp. I grab my rope and secure the loop to a corner of the poncho. I start out with me and the poncho on the inside of the circle I ask for her to walk. If she spooks away from the poncho, she also moves away from me. In other words, she is unlikely to run me down. I can drop the rope and ask her to disengage her hind end, and I can stay in control of the situation. As always, when first doing something new, I release the pressure before she starts reacting. I'm careful as I lead her away that she doesn't get her feet in the coils. Sometimes horses have trouble with things coming at them. I make sure the tarp being drug up to her doesn't bother her. Now we'll see if she can handle me and the tarp on the outside with the rope dragging across her back legs. hoist is one of the major keys to working with horses and ropes. You don't want to be tangled in the same rope as your horse. Me on the inside and the tarp on the outside dragging on her legs. She's handled everything so far like an old champ. I thought I'd expose her to one more thing, and that is the tarp hanging on the corral panel, flapping in the breeze. The key to safety in doing this is starting far enough away that she doesn't get too bothered. Then move closer and closer to the panel and tarp, finally allowing enough room for the horse to pass between the panel and you. When asking the horse to move forward, direct them towards the panel. Be careful not to ask them to walk over you. A bothered horse will run you down. I think Ember did a tremendous job with all this, considering it was the first time with the poncho. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe and click the notification bell. Leave a comment if you want to add something or have a question or correction. If you know someone who you think would find this video interesting, please share it with them. Thank you for watching.